Hello, my dear addict friends. My name is Emily Sussman, and welcome to my virtual universe of true love. Today we are doing recovery story time, and I will be reading chapter by chapter my entire book, The Addict's Guide to Recovery, which came out in 2023, illustrated by Jesse Larson. I'm going to be showing you as I go along some of the incredible illustrations he did for this book. And let's just jump right in with section 1, your addict versus your true self. Here is a illustration Jesse did signifying your addict that lives inside of you. Here's another one. A few words about the A word. Chapter 1. My dear addict friends, my use of the term addict isn't meant to shame you. It's a word I'm using to characterize an entrenched pattern of self-destructive behaviors, along with the thoughts and feelings that prompt them. You can think of your addict as an unhinged, crooked, power-hungry personality who's usurped your true self as the acting CEO of your life, and it's well on its way to running it into the ground. Let me assure you that your addict isn't who you are, although it definitely exists within you. It's essential to understand that your addict has a personality unto itself, which has come to progressively overpower both the free will and the heart and soul of your true self. With that said, my dear addict friends, I love you. I am you, and I want to help you overthrow your addict and put your true self back in charge. Speaking as both an addiction therapist and a recovering addict myself, though, I understand if you're reluctant to wear the scarlet letter A. Accepting the existence of your addict can be a terrifying prospect, let alone admitting it's taken complete control of your will, your common sense, and everything you hold dear. Scary, yes, especially if your addict has a long history of keeping you in a stranglehold of secrecy and shame. That's why my objective here will be to help you break through that fear and shame. As you immerse yourself in the loving little world of this book, please remember that it's just us crazy addicts around here, so there's no need to wear a bag over your head, or even an N95 mask that conveniently disguises your emotional reactions. By all means, kick off your pinching, ill-fitting shoes that try so hard to convey, I'm doing fine and I'm totally normal. Really, I am. Feel free to fling your stinky, calloused addict feet over the warm and fuzzy ottoman of my unconditional acceptance. My job here is to hold up a mirror to you. One of those incredibly well-lit mirrors, that is, that's going to cut through your cloak of shame and denial and illuminate your beautiful spirit that lies beneath. But my agenda of shame busting isn't just for vanity's sake. It's to help you let go of your fear of seeing the truth about yourself, dark, scary parts and all. That's essential because the only way you can begin to solve a problem is to acknowledge that there is a problem. And when it comes to addiction, the problem lies within. Maybe some of you have already acknowledged the problem that is your addict, having long ago surrendered the illusion that you could control your drinking, drugging, or some other addictive behavior. Perhaps you've even gone one further by starting to live in the solution, one terrifying, tenuous, or tedious sober day at a time. If that's the case, congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide here on the road of recovery with nonstop service to peace, freedom, and happiness. Turbulence may be an inevitable part of this journey, but life in recovery is ultimately anything but terrifying, tenuous, or tedious. But this book is also for all you questioning might-be addicts out there. Maybe you're seeking insight into that dark and scary part of yourself. Perhaps you have a hunch that you might be a teensy-weensy bit addicted. You've been Dr. Googling search terms like, does getting 3 DUIs make me an alcoholic? Or, can you get addicted to weed? Spoiler, yes. If that describes you, chances are you've already internet stumbled upon the 11 criteria for addictive disorders in the Principal Authority for Psychological Disorders, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, 5th edition, DSM-5. You've reviewed this criteria dozens of times, hoping to diagnose or absolve yourself. I've paraphrased the DSM-5 criteria here. Criteria for addiction, that is, dependency. Number 1, you've been using your drug more often and for longer amounts of time than you used to. Number 2, you're constantly trying to quit or control your use of your drug without success. Number 3, you're spending a lot of time thinking about your drug or recovering from using it. Number 4, you experience strong cravings for your drug. Number 5, your drug prevents you from carrying out your regular responsibilities. 6, your drug causes problems in your relationships. 7, your drug prevents you from enjoying all the activities you used to enjoy. 8, your drug puts you in dangerous situations. 9, your drug is damaging your physical and/or mental health and emotional health for sure. 10, you have an increased tolerance for your drug, meaning that you have to use more of it or at a greater intensity or frequency to get the desired effect. And 11, you experience withdrawal symptoms when you aren't using your drug. These criteria are going to sound eerily familiar to those of you who are ready to get real about what's going on. I see you, my dear addict friend, lying prostrate on your bed with a half-empty Dr. Pepper to your left and a 5th of gin to your right. Your curtains are drawn. It's 3 in the afternoon. Notifications are piling up on your phone. You've officially withdrawn from life. You're cradling this book in your free hand, the one that's not clutching a bottle. Your pillow is damp with drool, sweat, or tears. Maybe all of those. You nodded like a bobblehead at all or nearly all of that DSM-5 criteria. You have no shame admitting this because you're at a point where shame is beside the point. Even death might seem preferable to remaining in your addict's clutches another minute. Or maybe you pored over the DSM-5 criteria, considered them, and lobbed your responses back defensively. Nope, that doesn't describe me, you said, your voice betrayed by a tremor of uncertainty. You couldn't help feeling that chill from the shadow of doubt that's lurking around your ironclad fence of denial. Obviously, I can't diagnose you from where I'm sitting, but I can tell you that if you're in any amount of emotional pain, or if you've experienced more than a few unpleasant life consequences as a result of your addict's insane, out-of-control behavior, then you might want to keep reading, just in case. That's chapter 1. What was it called? A few words about the A word, the addict word. I hope you've enjoyed Recovery Storytime. Come back and join us for chapter 2, which I'll be doing later.